going to be a little hard. But the other one is kind of easy. So do you want the easy one or the tough one first?
Let's do the hard one first. It's earlier. My brain's fresher.
Okay, it's Progenitus. This is
Oh, is this
actually...
Mike? Is this Mike's God deck that he wanted?
I don't think he said gods. I think he just wanted a Progenitus deck. Your ramp looked okay. You had a lot of creature ramp, and I saw some rampant growth and Soul Ring and things like that. It's not bad. I usually play around like 10, unless it's got an insanely high curve, and then like I might play close to 15 ramp sources. But you weren't too far off. And it's good to stick to like the creature ramp like that, like Sakura, Wood Elves, because Beastmaster, Guardian Project, Zendikar Resurgent, things like that. Works with it. And then you can make copies of them. Like Wood Elves is probably really good for you, and Solemn Simulacrum too, because you're making so many copies of things. Alright, so yeah. He just said a Progenitus deck. I don't know if he wants it to be a God deck, but we know that God decks aren't that amazing unless you do the stupid goals thing, so I'm just thinking that we just make like, I don't know, 5-color good stuff. Because the thing is like, oh, you make it Voltron, but no, protection from everything means you can't put swords on it.
But you know
If
what?
I'm
But
understanding this correct.
100. Yes. But what you can
He
do.
wanted us to do it with this though. No, I'm not like a huge fan of this card, but
Other than place spells, mana cost with spells control may discard a card that just. Remember that affects everybody.
I know.
I mean, it's really good to get Progenitus out there and like anything else, but like the blue player is going to be looking at their hand like, okay, I like Force of Will for all my cards.
Mm-hmm. So what are we naming this?
So before we go that, let's talk about different ways we can build it. So we don't have, maybe
Could be Hydra Tribal.
we could do Hydra Tribal. Here's another thing I think would be kind of cool with this, because it has protection from everything. Nothing can target, blah 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 blah. But it doesn't stop it from getting hit by global effects. What if we build some weird type of like global effect 5-color good stuff deck, like things like the archetypes, where it just like gets flying as well. Why not? Not like it really matters, but maybe it's more like +1 stuff and stuff like exalted triggers. So like when it attacks, it gets all the effects of attacking solo. Unless we're not caring about Progenitus as much. And I mean, like I said, Tribal Hydra we could do, but the thing is, a
Oh
Hydra.
yeah, that is kind of stupid with Lavinia. Yeah, yeah, that's true. They can't use it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. So like, if we thing is about doing Hydra Tribal is like there aren't Hydras in like outside like 3 colors. Maybe 4. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a little bit dipped into black, but definitely not blue or white. I think it is just the 3 colors. Oh no, is the jellyfish? Is the green blue one that draws you cards? Is that a Hydra?
Yeah, it's a something Hydra Beast.
Yeah, so like, we can either take the easy route and make it a tribal deck, or go for
Or
like
we
trying
could
to kill with Progenitus.
we could also, what if we do tribal Avatar?
Could do tribal avatar, but then like Morphon is such a better commander.
Yeah.
Uh,
What if we did a weird mix of? So what if we did a weird mix with all like those spirit avatars, like Dominus and like the Deus of Calamity, and we just play off things that have like good like devotion effects, like kind of like a weird mix of devotion, um, or we could just make it straight 5-color good stuff to get protect the king and let him kill people. So like everything else is just like good control and removal and draw spells. We have every color to work with, and then we ramp out Progenitus. And how do you deal with it?
I think I like that more because I feel like it's so hard to do anything with this commander. Like honestly. So I think we can go in that direction. Okay. So what are we naming this?
Protect the king.
Okay. So the boy. Okay, so the first thing I want to do. Why is it not coming up?
Oh, is it doing that thing already?
Oh, wait. I know the problem. Hold on. I know the problem.
Oh, standard. I forgot that it does do that. But yeah, you know what? Dream Halls, Lavinia, let's build it. I'm deciding whether or not I want to go to the gym after the stream tonight. I'm exhausted, but I also didn't go yesterday, but I've also been running around like crazy for the past 2 days at work, so I'm just like,
I think Ramos might be okay in this deck. But starting there, I think I want to start with like the Chromatic Orrery, just to make sure like we get that all in there. Chromatic Orrery, Chromatic Lantern. Even if we don't have gods, the World Tree is pretty good.
Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
Yep, the Dryad. Okay. So that's a start. Okay. So Ramos is okay. It depends on how in on colors we go. And he also said the price doesn't matter because it's him.
Yeah, true. You
So
remember when he built into Khan's standard at its peak?
that was such a mistake. That standard was so.
That was the
expensive.
most expensive standard set we've had in a long time. Where they outpriced modern decks at the time.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Okay, so what else to do in here?
So let's throw in like the ramp package and the spell and the counterspell package that we usually do.
Well, I mean, we could just play the busted draw stuff. So yeah, but do we want to do it land-wise, or do we want to do
No,
it...
I think lands matter. I think with
Okay.
with having all the 5 colors, we're gonna want like, because I think certain creatures like besides like 2 or 3 don't like birds. Yeah, but like all the elves that just only tap for like 1 to 2 colors, I don't think will be as good
No,
as.
I was talking about for mana rocks. Like, should we just play more mana rocks, or like...
Well, the thing is, like, the good mana rocks are ones that are made colorless, and like without like chromatic orrery. I like the land ramp package in this kind of thing. I don't know. I think they're both good though.
The problem is land ramp package in a 5-color deck is a little jank sometimes.
I mean, Smothering Tithe works. It's only 1 white.
At least a lot of
Or at least
the cards.
well, maybe not
like,
rampant growth, but like I think like the ones that target for like a forest card, like yeah, or Forest Seek, which gets like any of the dual lands type effects. So like natural or
No, it's
nature's lore. Yeah. And 3 visits. But then maybe at that point it is better to go more for like mana staples. You know, the stream doesn't. The Discord does not like it when I try to scroll through Magic cards on the other side. Felwar Stone works in this as a mana rock because it hits everything.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with that.
Exotic Orchard too also will tap for everything. Is it worth playing like Commander Sphere too, just because?
Probably.
Oh, that's the new artwork from the Commander deck, which is really cool. And it's like a projection on the ceiling. It's really cool. I like it.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, Ramos wouldn't be bad either as like a way to just ramp something out, but or maybe Solemn.
You want to know? Do you want to know who I like?
Oh, because he makes the things that make
Mana Rocks. Yeah. So So now do we just play good cards? Probably still need more ramp. Maybe like what's the sky?
oh, Sky Shroud claim.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that gets the two different one. Two I think it's forest cards. I think.
Yep, it's forest. Yep. So
Like Solemn Simulacrum. Oh, I actually know. Maybe Bloom Tender is. Well, it depends how many enchantments that we run.
I feel like Bloom Tender is still just always worth it. It's a really good card. We can also play Spella, or I mean Silvala.
Oh yeah.
That one's really good.
Yeah, because there's any combinations of colors.
And then obviously Morag, because that's probably going to be one of the ways that we actually kill everybody. How do you spell it?
Oh, he said Fist of the Suns. Actually, that's not a bad one either.
Yeah, that's the one that makes everything just Wooburg, right? Yeah, I like that. So should we play Joyra too?
And he said Fey Burrow Elder. Is that tree folk dude?
Oh yeah, it's the other Bloom Tender.
But isn't he like 3 or 4 mana?
No, he's 3. But he also gets +1/+1 for each color.
Oh, okay.
And he has Vigilance. Yeah, so he's technically better, but just 1 mana more. And he's also two colors, so he immediately taps for 2.
Gigantha.
How do you spell the Morag? Is it Morag? How do you spell it? It's
I thought it was It's Morag.
It's not coming up.
Let me get his full name. It's Mar. Oh, Aug.
There we go. Definitely want him. He's one of the ways to win.
He says sorry. Sure. He said sorry if you guys got any of these already. My internet is spotty. He also said he said Gigantha.
Isn't that
J-E? Yeah. The Wellspring.
Yeah, that's the one that like taps for Wooburg, right?
But yeah, it can't. So it has to actually be colors though. So but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the worst because if we have a bunch of different colors, but I think it ends up sucking when it's like. It is 5 mana to get 5 mana. I think maybe it's just a little too much for a ramp thing.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Should we run like Nyx Bloom? Definitely want them. That and the what's the reflection?
Oh, Mana Reflection. I like Mana Reflection a lot. Yeah, that's how much mana it makes.
And then Zendikar.
Well, we might not need Zendikar Resurgent because we don't run a lot of creatures. And we might not. It may not be worth it.
Oh, not Soul of Zendikar. We probably are gonna play a lot of creatures. Bye, friend. Sorry, you thought you were actually getting into the deck for once.
Because if we're going more creature heavy, then it's kind of different than going like this protective spell idea.
Well, yeah. What should we use? Like, what kind of stuff?
Well, I'm thinking like we just run like the best counterspell package we can, so we get like stuff like Dovin's Veto.
Yeah, we could still play that stuff.
We also get some like we get like Assassin's Trophy. We get to run too.
Provincito.
We get to run Anguish Unmaking. Well, I like his Mirari's Wake though, because we could run that over Zendikar. And Mirari's Wake also makes our commander a 2-turn clock instead of a 3-turn, because it gives him that little bit of a buff.
Usually in these control styles, you want as much mana doublers as possible. I was thinking of some other stuff.
I mean, we could also just run like the Spell Tutor. Oh, Swords of Plowshare again, like another really good, just a removal thing. We can run Eldamri's Call to grab any of the creatures if we need it.
Actually, depends on how much we end up running. I like Eldamri's Call. Okay, so
Oh, we could Bring to Light wouldn't be too bad in this because we could get any 5-drop, which that grabs us Mirari's Wake or like half the stuff. Because if we have all 5 colors,
it only gets a creature instant sorcery.
oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah. I mean, there's Conflux.
It's not terrible. It's a lot of mana though. Oh, Fracture. I really like Fracture as a card.
It's easy to get the mana in this deck.
Yep. Yeah, true. You're not wrong.
Uh,
Oh yeah, he just said Conflux. Yeah. But another really good like Fracture is destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker, just like that. Gets rid of problem cards. I mean, we have Assassin's Trophy, right? We had that. Oh, shit, what was the other one I was just thinking of? Anguish Unmaking.
I got that one.
Oh, okay. Bedevil is also really good removal. But I also like maybe some like. I guess if we're going like balls to wall, like we could run Cyclonic Rift.
Yes.
Um,
It's only $40.
oh man, oh yeah, that's right. Mana drain's down a lot, isn't it?
Yep. What about like Avacyn?
Oh, just gives everything protection.
Indestructible.
Yeah, because that stops from getting more.
Same thing with this, because
Oh, he's right. Blasphemous Act isn't terrible because no, it's Host of Herons.
I just like these because it keeps us from yeah.
Blasphemous Act isn't
Yeah.
terrible because it doesn't kill our commander. And I guess when it matters, like if we have the mana to play him, wiping the board isn't like the worst thing for us if we don't go too creature heavy.
So then also, since we're like a Rubina type deck, study.
It says Finest Hour and Maelstrom Nexus. I like Maelstrom Pulse too. Is another removal suite.
What did he say?
Set Finest Hour and Maelstrom Nexus.
Is that the one that when you attack you get an extra? Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, if it's the first combat. What do you think about this?
I like that because that gives him two. That's actually perfect because it gives him 2 attacks, and with the +1, it's that's game. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one.
Maelstrom Nexus makes everything every creature type. I don't know why we need this though. I like Avacyn, and I like Sigarda because this is like protection creatures. This is the kind of stuff I play in Rubina to just stall people out. So I mean, we can play all the main cards I play if you want. Jin, what's the this boy?
Oh, we want to play all 5 Praetors. I mean, the red one. The red one does give us haste to attack right away.
Nezahal. Should we play Piper? I like the Praetors. They're annoying.
They're really good.
I like Atali. I like Coma. These are all stall cards that are just good. I like Elder Gargaroth.
I don't think we need Elder Gargaroth.
He's just a good stall creature. Like, if you're playing a control strategy, like you're based around like protect your commander, this dude's annoying. He just has so many words for a 5-mana card, and blocking flyers early on and getting to draw and gain life is just so innately good. He's just so good in these kind of strategies. Like, he's been an all-star in Rubina for a long time. What about like playing like Sakashima or something and like I don't know.
We'll make a copy of it.
But the other Praetors, I only got Jin, so Vorin collects. Which at that point we should probably cut one of the how do you spell his name? It's Vorin? Like,
Yo, Tom, we're thinking about this the wrong way. We should just run every win condition in this deck possible. Let's just run.
No, we'll make that eventually. But Elishnorn and then She-Holdred, right?
No, Maelstrom Nexus is the you talking about the 5-color enchantment that gives cards Cascade.
Oh yeah, but isn't it only the first one you cast? I would like maybe like a Modi if we have like a ridiculously high costed kind of deck, you know? Like maybe a Modi is kind of good. What do you think? What do we think about a Modi? Oh, I forgot Smothering Tithe. I'm just trying to think of all the most busted, like, you know. What about like a Moti or something?
I don't know.
Or something.
I like, you know what I like in this deck with our commander is Rishkar's expertise.
So then, do we play the Return to the Wild Speaker?
Oh yeah, because they go so big off our commander just by itself.
So what other annoying shit do I play?
I mean, do you just want to run Demonic Tutor? Or Smothering Tithe? Like, I mean, that's a really good mana.
I put Smothering Tithe in.
And Fierce Guardianship is also, if we're going like Fierce Guardian.
If the commander's out, like that's never gonna happen.
That's the whole idea we're building around is get our commander in play and like make him.
If we're building around that, dude, we didn't even fucking. There's that dude, the Geode Golem, right?
Oh yeah, right, the one that puts him into play.
Yeah, and then there's a dragon that does it now, right?
Is there?
Isn't there a red dragon too that? Yeah, Hellkite Courser. Hold on.
Oh, but it returns it to the battlefield. Back to your. It returns it afterwards, though. That's the one part I don't like about it. But I guess all it does is put it back where it was, so at worst, like,
you're not casting it, so it doesn't give it, like, you know... I think it's kind of good, because it's cheating around having to cast it, so, like... This is turning this into a 16 attack. and then it returns it to the command zone, and you're not casting it, so it doesn't go towards commander decks.
And you want to run like just Unlightened Tutor as well, just like the tutor any of our enchantments.
Oh yeah. Well, if we're gonna do that, might as well just play the demonic, right?
Yeah. And we could like do like the mystical tutor as well, just like whatever we need kind of options.
Solve the equation.
Yep, I love solve the equation. You know me.
Yeah. I think we should play Sublime Epiphany, and then also do the Green Warden shenanigans. The Eternal Witness. Also, got to get my Balagade recovery and my Seasons Past.
Oh, do you want to run Swan Song?
Yeah, we can play Swan Song. I'm cool with that.
And I also like Narset's Reversal just because it gets around like annoying spells.
I actually like Venzer for that, but I know that it like bounces it, you know. But I like Venzer because he's a creature and he goes with the.
Well, he goes if you're building a creature build.
Yeah, I just like I like Venzer as far as like a just a card. I got Swan Song. Okay, good. I think also like I've always in these controlling kind of decks I've always liked the split second cards. So like the Corrosion Grip, Sudden Spoiling. Oh my God, Sudden Spoiling with Elkhorn.
Rip.
That's a dead. And then Trickbind is the other good one.
You said Stinging Study is insane.
Dinging.
I know which one. That's the picture of the claw in the guy's hand as he's trying to write.
What is that?
You draw X cards, you lose X, where X is the mana value of a commander you own on the battlefield or in the command zone. That's losing 10 life, though. That's a big hit to draw 10 cards when we could play 5 mana spells that just do that.
Yeah, Consecrated Sphinx does that in like 2 turns.
Or like one more for Rishkar's Expertise, or the what's the other one that you draw equal to its power? The Return of the Wild Speaker.
Yeah.
Same mana. I guess the difference is that it doesn't.
Greatest power. Is the other one target?
No.
Or are they both just greatest power?
Oh, just because of what we have in this deck, I still think we should run the Yavimaya and Urborg just because it helps mana fix.
Oh, totally. That's not even a question. Totally. What? No. Could just play Golos.
Yeah, we could.
Golos is just kind of dumb. Same thing with Kenrith. Also being a control deck, maybe the Seaborn Muse. I think Seaborn Muse is always busted.
Yeah.
Could also play Kenrith. Kenrith is a dumb card.
Do we have the Eternal Witness in there? Or Regrowth? Actually, I think maybe Regrowth.
I got Balagade Recovery.
Okay.
This looks a lot like Rubina.
Where it's just like good spells dot spells.
Yeah, good deck.exe. What else do I play here? Cures Follower. I play Deadeye Navigator.
I mean, Cure's Follower is not bad considering like if we need to untap like a certain color. It basically makes it like our lands tap or single land tap for 2. And if we have any of the mana doublers out, like we just pick something else. I like Cure's Follower a lot in these kind of decks.
Yeah, and also the dream of getting that. What about Gilded Lotus?
3 colors, but only 1 color. I guess it's not the worst.
Yeah, it's good to ramp into something big, like, and it doesn't look like we're too off pie. Like, it looks like we're pretty green.
Well, maybe they should stop being so good.
It's very true.
Oh, I like also Feed the Swarm.
No, we don't need Feed the Swarm. We have much better cards than Feed the Swarm.
I just like all of them. Just get rid of any issue. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but we already have like all the best cards for that.
Now the other thing is like I would like see me. I like a lot more. Ooh, that actually felt really uncomfortable for a second. I really like spells and the Magecraft stuff.
I like Mystic Confluence. Got a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
I like the option cards like that. It's why I also like Austere Command. And I play Ondu Inversion in my deck for that, like, you know, nut draw of just, like, blowing up all the non-land permanents with her in play. Oh, Disallow. One of my favorites. Forgot about that. And then I play the dirty Deadeye Navigator. Do you think we should play Seagate Restoration?
Well, so the thing, if I get if we do have like this even bounce between creatures and spells, what do you think about Rhythm of the Wild? Make it so creatures can't get countered, and then they get Riot or Haste.
I think even just doing that for the Commander is good enough. Yes, I like Rhythm.
What about any of the ultimatums?
It's definitely the Sultai one. That one's really good. And also a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, I think, especially with our colors, I think Ruinous could also be game ending.
Yeah, that's the one that just pops their stuff, right?
Yeah, it destroys all like non-land permanents your opponents control. Oh, you had it N-O-U-S. Ultimate, there it is. The Kaboomer.
I like that. What do you think about playing Joyra?
The 5 mana, just play something for whatever spell.
It's like the fifth. It's kind of like Fist of Suns.
Maybe it's just worth it. Or do you mean Joda? It's Joda, not Joyra.
Oh, Joda, yeah. Yeah, this one.
Hey, we ramp hard enough, we could also play Omniscience.
I feel like that's overdoing it a little bit.
Or like a bit like big spells or lots of like spells like Sunbird's Invocation is another card that I just love because it's just like free value. But I guess we also have to worry about hitting like spells that we don't really care about.
Yeah. I'm not big on that when we're just playing the most busted draw.
Do you think Genesis Ultimatum would be good or bad?
I don't think it's good enough. The only other one I'd consider is the one that brings everything back from grave.
Is that Eerie?
Yeah. I think it's Eerie.
Yeah, it's Eerie.
Isn't it crazy how easy it is to make a 5-color deck nowadays?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a joke. Honestly. Oh my god. Well, we forgot about Soul Ring.
Well, we were just worried about like I guess actual like colors. But I guess it's still just good for everything else. Maelstrom Archangel is kind of silly. She's 5 colors. Whenever she deals damage, you get the cast spell from your hand without paying its mana cost.
I kind of like that.
There's just so many good spells that we get to run. It's the issue. It's like, where do we stop?
And there's still more shit that we're not even thinking of, like Demon Dragons. There's so many busted dragons. See, I like this kind of stuff. That's why I also play the Mother of Runes and 8.5 Tails in Rubina. Rubina gets so annoying. Like having a will breaker or like something like that, it just makes it so annoying. The cool part about this deck is if he doesn't like the commander, he could just choose any of the other ones. What about Essica? Is that good enough?
No, is that the god one? Eh.
It adds 1 mana, and other legendary creatures you control have vigilance and can tap for mana. And then the back is the bridge.
Yeah,
I
think she's just kind of okay for this deck.
Okay. Uh, we're at 30 creatures. Should we play like Beast Whisperer, Guardian Project, or anything like that?
I don't. But I don't think
Should we
we're
play
like. But
Green also?
the one thing is, I don't think we're chaining creatures together, getting ton of value. It's like we're playing a big creature, and I just think our other draw might just be better than.
Yeah, I don't actually play those in Rubina. I play the degenerate stuff that just makes so much value on its own.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we're playing this.
Yeah, because like I'd rather, like I said, I'd rather like okay, I'm gonna draw 50 cards off of other effects than spend like my entire turn to cast like a Praetor and draw 1 card.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Okay, so I think that's good. Oh my god, we're in 90 cards.
Wait, Tom, here we go. Door to nothingness. It's our backup plan.
No, I'm playing Door to Nothing. Not doing it.
We just nuke one person in particular.
Nope. I put my foot down.
Tom, no, that's a deck I'm gonna make. 5-color. We make infinite copies of Door to Nothingness with stupid ramp and just activate it all on everybody.
It's not that hard.
Nope.
It doesn't exile itself, right? Or you can just copy the
You just
trigger.
sacrifice it, yeah.
Yeah, so Academy ruins or anything like that. I think Hall of Heliod's generosity is worth it in this because of, just how good our enchantments are. I don't care so much for these.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Time for cuts.
Well, no, we need to get lands in first. We didn't finish. We only have 7 lands.
Oh, okay.
Also, I only did Balagad Recovery as far as the MDFCs go, so are we playing Seagate? I think so, right? It's such a good card.
I guess, yeah. Do we have... You did have Command Tower in there, right?
Yeah. And then, are we playing the Valakut Awakening, or Shatter Skull Smashing, or the Turn Timber? Should we play Agadeem's Awakening?
Maybe Agadeem's is okay. I do like the red one. Just because we get...
Valakut Awakening.
Just because it helps us cycle. It basically becomes potentially a... There's at the bottom. Just kind of helps us like dig through our hand a bit.
And now we have so many instant sorceries that I think Salindy is fine.
Slendy does go kind of deep. But top 6, that's pretty deep. Giggity.
Okay. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MDFCs. So we already have 12 lands. Or 13. Yeah, 12 lands. So we need to add more. So start naming off the shock lands, baby.
Overgrown Tomb. Let's go. I'm going down this list. Overgrown Tomb.
Okay, we'll start with...
Well, Breeding Pool is the second one. So yeah, Overgrown Tomb. Just so I don't lose track because I have them in not really a list, but they're here. Then Breeding Pool. Temple Garden. Stomping Ground. The Wateriest Sea of Graves. Bless the Hollow Fountain. My butt, aka Steam Vents. Also my butt, Godless Shrine. The front side of my butt, the Sacred Foundry. Also my butt, the Blood Crypt.
Ew!
I think that's all of them.
Okay.
That's all 10, right? Do you want to run the Triomes? Or do you want to go more like Mana Confluence? Oh,
maybe the Sultai one, because we're like heavy on that. and then maybe the Teamer one. So,
So,
what's the Sultai one?
Zagoth, and the other one's Ketria.
Zagoth is the Sultai one, and then Ketria. Yeah, I like those two. Because that's really all we're playing. I think that those are the majority. Because if you look at the cards, we're mainly playing those colors.
Maybe Mana Confluence is still good.
Well, let's do the... Do you want to do the Battle Bond lands? Also? First? I like Mana Confluence.
I also like Path of Ancestry. I know it enters tap, but it still generically just adds any color mana, and it just scries when we play our commander.
Okay, so...
No, I do think also, because if we were playing all these lands, I still think this is a good Reflecting Pool deck. We're not as, like, critical because we have to run so many different lands.
Reflecting?
It's the one that adds any tap of mana that any of your other lands could produce.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally, yeah. So, are we going to add the Triomes? Or the Battle Bond lands, I guess? We might not even have space.
Yeah.
23 and 5 MDFCs.
Because I still think we need to get at least... Well, no, because we took out the basic searchers. We only can search for, like...
Well, no, yeah, so if we take out, like, Rampant Growth...
Yeah, I think Rampant Growth...
Steve, and then we just have the ones that get the... Yeah. So we have 5 MDFCs, so we're at 28 right now, so we have, like...
Another 10 to go.
No, that would be 38 lands.
Oh, so a little bit less then.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say we'd play Rejuvenating Springs as one of the Battle Bonds.
Yeah. Yeah, Rejuvenating definitely.
Because, like, I think that's, like...
And then probably the black-green. Probably all the green ones, to be completely honest.
Alright, so then we have Undergrowth Stadium.
You know what, you could just read them all out to me, and then we'll figure out which ones we don't want.
Okay.
So, Rejuvenating Springs. And then what was the other one?
Undergrowth Stadium.
No, not Scavenger.
Yo, no, he's gonna put him in here. No, he's not. Not for this deck. Spectator Seating. Training Center. Vault of Champions. Sorry, I'm digging this song right now.
It's okay.
Bountiful Promenade. It's got the biggest bounty. Spire Garden. My butt times 6 with Luxury Suite. My butt for the 7th time with Morphic Pool. And the final butt, Sea of Clouds. My butt's everywhere.
Okay. So we're at 33 lands and 5 MDSC, so that's 38. So I think
we could cut out the Boros stuff, because...
I think, yeah, we cut this, right?
Yeah, and the
Spectator
seating, because I think that color combination is probably...
I totally agree with you. So that puts us down to 30.
We also... Scroll up a second.
No, we're good. We're good now. That's 36.
I'm also saying we also only have very few. Actually, no. I say we have few black cards, but all the black cards we do have like double black in them. So we actually need them. We actually triple black at one point. So yeah, I think having enough black is still a good thing. And we do have the stuff that fixes all of our land stuff. You can also make an argument to run like was it Prismatic Omen that makes lands everything.
No, I think we're good on that. We got 3 things that do it. Yeah, no, the land base seems fine. Uh, okay. So maybe this is too much.
Yeah. I don't think we have enough targets to make that as good, and we could rely a little bit on our mana
We gotta
rocks.
cut 16 cards. Holy shit balls.
I think.
Phyrexian Arena can come out for sure. We got much better cards in
Yeah.
here.
Low key, I think I'm just kind of iffy on Atali.
Yeah, no, I agree. Don't really need it. I'm thinking like with this much interaction, this isn't that important.
No, because it's also that's only permanents too, and I'd rather have seasons past.
We could definitely cut one of the mana doublers. I just don't know which one it is. We got 28 creatures now. I mean, no, this one's too good because we have things that tap for a lot of mana.
And then also that hits mana rock, so it makes like Soul Ring tap for 4.
Is this the worst one?
Well, no, that one's just really good because it's early, is where it matters.
Right, but this one's drawing a lot.
But we also have a lot of stuff that just kind of draws. I don't know. But then Nyx Bloom Agent is also really, really good. Well, let's look how much other ramp we have though, because we just we have Bloom Tender, we have all that over there. We have Savala.
Yeah, we got a lot.
But with a 10-drop commander, you know.
And also, a lot of the spells are very high costed. Oh, we also have Nick Vorinclex too.
And Svella kind of gets there too. Svella could also just be like a little engine in its own.
That's why I like that card a lot.
Nice.
So maybe we cut this. I don't know.
No, because that taps for any color for us basically. We're at 5-color deck, so unless all of our opponents are playing colorless, it's gonna tap something for us.
Do you think maybe Joda? Because like, none of the stuff in our deck is that absurd, other than our commander.
I guess we're not. I don't think we're abusing Joda, and he's also a dedicated 3-cast.
Right? Like, I think the same thing. Like, I think we're gonna be able to make the mana weirdly.
I think so too. I think we built around the ramp package where we're not just worrying.
We're playing this and that too as like a backup, you know. So yeah, we got that.
Maybe Trick Pine's just kind of cute. Maybe Trick Pine's more worrying about the meta, and we'll just have just good stuff. All right, so let's go through our instant sorcery list. How many permanent removals do we have? So we have, and I just mean permanent removal. So not just counter. So it's Generous Gift. I guess that also pops something.
Well, so yeah, so it's swords.
So it's swords, Crows and Grip, Generous Gift, Fractured, Beast Within, Assassin's Trophy, and Anguish of Making. So 7 hard removal spells, basically. That aren't bouncy spells. I think that's a decent amount.
We're also not playing any generic draw spells other than the Rishkars and things like that. I usually like to play the X spells in decks like this.
Oh, there's one with the, and I like the one with the drawing with how many times you played your commander one.
Oh yeah, I think I like Sphinx's Revelation though.
All right, we can run that in this. I haven't ran Sphinx's in a while because
I know it's heavy on the, it's double blue and white, but I like the life gain in slower decks like this. I just think these decks need just 2 ways to dump, because I do play generic draw in these decks. I usually play Factor Fiction. I'll play 2 X.
Well, Tom, we have this fun little green-blue creature that just came out that's basically kind of like a one of your favorite commanders.
Oh yeah, the Minasync one that you just draw a card when you pay 4, right?
Yeah.
The Titch Willow, what is it called? Right?
I had to find. Yeah, I'm trying to find her.
Yeah, I got it. Titch Willow.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, that's a card.
Surprised more people haven't messed around with her, but I guess there's probably just better things that do the same thing.
usually like the X spells, especially with Seaborn Muse. You can get into some really stupid loops.
Also, having her as a way to potentially also dump lands isn't like the worst.
I think she's pretty good. But yeah, I usually like Factor Fiction. I like yeah, just stuff like that. So I think this is too much. Conflux is too much.
Yeah, because I think with as much draw as we potentially have, we don't have to worry about it as much. Maybe I don't care.
I don't care for this either.
Because
I think we're gonna interact enough.
And I think with how many creatures we're running, it actually kind of matters.
So I don't know if I could cut this one.
No, I think we have too many creatures.
I think it would have to be one of those first, because the Vorinclex and the Nyx Bloom are better. Am I cutting this?
That's just such an early mana doubler though. That hits before any of the other ones. That's why I like Wake if we see it.
Right.
Because that means that next turn we probably could play Progenitus or like anything else. Like turn 7 or turn 6 is a lot different than like ramped up like, or even any of the like ramping into any of them. Like I mean, it just comes so much quicker. I think that's maybe we don't need Maelstrom Archangel. Maybe it's just kind of cute. It's just like, we don't need it. We're devoting it to actually casting.
I like Kenrith a lot.
Yeah, he's the utility engine.
He's like another, like a mana sink, like Savala, like Svella.
Yeah, you know who also has a really...
it would be cool to, not to cut you off, but it would be cool to make like a Kenrith mana sink deck, like all the effects that are like mana sinks like that. That'd be a cool deck to make. I would kind of want to look into which ones, you can do.
You know, also...
Obviously, Golos would be in there. Go ahead.
I would say another, like, kind of mana sink generator is Garth. We just make spells. But the thing is, we can't really abuse him like you probably could if you'd built a deck around him.
I don't know, man. This is hard. 9 more cards. Is this too much, you think?
It depends. So, like, looking at something like Sublime Epiphany to Swan Song, Sublime Epiphany is definitely the more for fun card. I think Swan Song is the more, like, serious card because it's, like, mana efficiency. But Sublime Epiphany... But Sublime Epiphany, I think we could actually cut Swan Song because I think this is not like meant to be a deck that's meant to be in that competitive field. That's why we took out Trick Bind, because Trick Bind's like is like that competitive. I have to stop my opponent from being able to do their combo. Where we're just playing. Okay, we're playing Progenitus, Tom.
Yeah. Also, like with Eternal Witness and the Seaborn Muse, it's a thing.
Maybe Fracture is the worst one because it doesn't hit creatures. It hits everything else. How do you feel about the Eldamri's Call? Do you still think that's good?
Yeah, we have some bomb-ass fucking hits. We have to play that. It's so good. And Solve the Equation is...
Yo, Tom, we could even do Eldamri's Call to get the Geode Golem if we need to.
Yeah, totally. I mean, look at the fucking targets we have. Like,
yeah.
Yes, we're gonna play that. We should be playing some, like, the copies, like Sakashima too, but it's getting too hard to keep things in. We still have to cut 7 cards? Yeah. I like the protection stuff. I like that in Sigarda.
Yeah, that makes it like near.
Holdred is still really annoying. Also, we play Urborg, so we can potentially just.
And I think we run enough creatures where Shieldred actually kind of matters.
I don't know if I can cut any of these creatures at this point. They're all too good. Like even this one, I think is really good. Like just constantly being able to put the Commander out for 6. Like it's kind of really good. And like God forbid you have a Morog. Like you're not gonna get a lot of landfall triggers out of this, but even just like once or like a second one off one of these ramps, like is
Well,
usually good enough.
our commander's just gonna start murking people.
Maybe we should have cut the like these and played like the fetches, maybe. Considering that there's Morog in the deck.
The one thing I'm worried about that is like every fetch we run is like one less land in the deck just in general. I mean, I guess you could. That's the tricky thing with running 5 colors but having stuff with like lantern gives us kind of can make the fetches still tap for mana, or with the world tree.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe
Is the mana drain like too much? The Teferi's protection. Do we need the Teferi's protection? That's really good.
I mean, if we're counterspelling enough, like I actually ended up taking it out of the deck eventually, because like I think you play that card when like
you don't have the options to protect yourself. Like if you're green white, you need to run that and heroic intervention so you don't get blown out. But when we have like all this the blue black, the blue green stuff, we're like, do we care?
6 more cards.
Do we run enough spells to make Seasons Pass good?
32.
Is solve the equation good?
I think so. I think with this in the deck and Eldon, I guess we don't really need this.
Because if we have the two things that we really care about.
Because I mean, this could just be a different black tutor to make up, like just be like a Grim tutor or something. Like we could just play Grim tutor over it, which is like way better. Yeah, we definitely have better options than solve the equation. And I guess keeping the power level down a little bit, we could just play this in the demonic.
Yeah.
I still do like the ultimatums. I mean, triple white is probably going to be a bitch, though.
I don't think so. I mean, we cut, what, 2 Boros lands? And, like, with half of our ramp stuff tapping for any color, potentially, like, I think we'll be fine. You hit World Tree or Savala or any, like, the mana doublers.
Really like this. I love Seaborn Muse in these kind of decks.
Is Nezahal too much in this? Like, I guess he draws.
I guess.
Is he like the worst creature in this?
I guess, yeah. I mean, but the no maximum hand size, hard to kill.
Oh, you know what? That's true because we don't actually really have room for a reliquary tower. Did we put that in? No, we did.
Put it in. Yeah, I put it in.
So I guess we have reliquary
and the thought vessel and Seagate Restoration.
True, yeah.
I guess we don't 100% need it. He's just so good in these kind of decks. I play him in Ravina also, or whatever it is.
I think it's Nezadaddy, because I called it Nezamami, but then I found out that I believe it was male. Or is it backwards?
No,
I forget.
I want to cut one of the mana doublers, but I think the Vorinclex and the Mixed Bloom should stay. Like, technically we should be cutting this, but like we're already going in. We've already gone down that road, so we're not turning out. But I don't know.
I mean, cutting him makes the deck a lot more fair-ish.
Not really, because I like there's still this and like
Jins, those suck, but like having your lands tap down is like the worst feeling out of all those.
No, he's definitely the worst one. Period. Like he's the scariest, most annoying one for sure. Like I don't think that there's a better Praetor than him. Koma is such a fucking house. Like, this is just one of those cards that, like, plays on its own, kind of like the Elder Gargaroth, which is why I like the cards like that, like Nezahal and things like that. This is basically all my Rubina deck plays. Like, I would love to get to play cards like this, or, like, you know, just things outside my colors, but... Dryad still seems good. Gotta cut 4 more cards. Is this...
Maybe we don't need Sun Spoiling. I think we have enough control options. I don't think anything... And things can't block our Commander because it has protection.
This saves me sometimes because people tend to attack these strategies a lot. And it takes you like a minute to kind of get going sometimes.
Doesn't Chromatic Ori also draw you cards?
It does. Equal to it's 5 for each color among permanents you control. So yeah, great card.
You know, I've never actually picked one of those up yet. I guess because mostly I play
Me neither.
like 1 or 2 color decks. I have like.
And my only 4 color deck is a CDH deck, and wouldn't play that. So. Yeah, I'm not a 5 color person. I have not done it yet. I still feel like this is good, even if you're getting 1 land a turn. And there is like those weird maybe like the Gritchin can, like this can happen with it maybe. In Golos, you still have to play your land. Yeah, I don't know. Might be a little hard to pull them off with only like 3 ramp spells in the deck, like that actually get lands. But it's fine. We have some recursion. Like Seasons Pass will help out a lot with that. Like you can Seasons Pass into one of these, or like Demonic into one of them. Gotta cut 3 cards. I'm thinking
Maybe Mirari Wake is the worst one to go, because I still think we get enough value out of all of them. Or Mana Reflection.
This one is too good because we're playing the Bloom Tender, we're playing the Faber Elder, and we're playing Sylvala.
Yeah.
And also, all these mana rocks get doubled with that.
And so does that.
Get doubled.
So maybe Mirari's because it's only lands.
But is it just like we keep all those and try to cut other cards because of the mana cost and like, you know, our high, like we just always want to see a doubler or something, you know, and we just try to cut something else? I like the effects that play the Commander. I like Kama.
Okay, question. With how hard we ramp, do we need to try to Piper Cheese something in play when we're probably, with all these mana doublers and all this ramp, is spending the 1 mana when we're probably going to have like 100 mana as good? I guess we still get to put something in.
Yeah, I mean, we got some bombs here still. I mean, I guess... Okay.
Because maybe if we were a little more mana restricted, but we have Birds, Bloom Tender, the dude that makes mana rocks, Nyx Bloom, all the mana doublers, the Elder.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Plus with generic ramp spells, I think we'll probably be good.
Did it count the... Yeah, we have 5 MDFCs here. This is also a draw spell now that I'm thinking about it, so I double want to keep that one in.
No, yeah, I like it just because if it gets to the point where like I tend to dump Mystic Confluence when it's countering gets kind of hard when someone has a lot of mana, so I just use it for the bounce and draw. So I'll bounce 1 problem thing and draw 2 cards usually, which I like how it has those options for that. We have to cut 1 more. 2. Oh my god, this sucks.
I know, it's so hard.
I think Rhythm of the Wild's too good because, like, look at our creatures. We have a decent amount of creatures.
Then again, people want them to resolve, but I mean, we are a blue deck, so can we just fight it and not care about that?
And I think, but then the only reason I really like that too is like we could potentially have mana doublers play like a Bloom Tender and then insta tap for like 10 mana and then keep going. But we're not trying the combo, so maybe we don't need Rhythm of the Wild. Maybe we could just play fair.
Do you still like this, or are we starting to get away from?
No, I like because that's just a instant combo with our commander. I like that, and that's still just good with like even if we just play any creature that's like really big, and it's like okay, we're gonna attack you by itself. Trigger Finest Hour. Like go back to Finest Hour real quick. So whenever a creature you control attacks alone, if that's the first combat phase of the turn, yeah. So you only get 1.
Yeah. This is hard.
Go over Kenrith real quick. I forgot all of his abilities. I know it's draw a card. It's give something. Oh, and he gives something haste too.
I also like the reanimating.
Yeah.
The reanimating's really
Draws a
good.
card, gain 5, counter on target creature, haste.
Yeah, he does. He does give everything haste. Yeah. He does.
And trample. Bomb.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Absolute unit.
And I think like keeping all the mana doublers in makes all these creatures better.
Mhm.
We almost have like we can almost throw Thrasian like it's just have like just all the mana 6, baby, all day. Take a 40-minute turn because we got a Seaboard Muse and mana 6 with quadruple mana. All right, let's go. I'm taking 40 minutes on your turn. What do we do?
I like every card though. That's the thing. There's like, do we agree that maybe Rhythm of the Wild, like, okay, maybe we could cut Rhythm?
Yeah, I think we could just fight over them. Or like, you know, we're not overcommitting ever, so like I think we'll be fine. Like we have so much interaction that we'll be fine. What a dumb card.
Mm-hmm.
God, why does this do so much? You know, this card's not always so scary, really.
No,
Like, I think She-Holdred has kind of gotten worse as time has gone on.
I think if people commit to the board enough, she still is really annoying against certain decks, though. Like,
yeah, I just think she's probably the worst on this list here.
Yeah,
We're not like abusing the reanimation or anything.
It's more so just the removal suite that comes with her, and I guess we don't care about it all that much.
Yeah, because we have all this, and like the rest of the creatures do that really well. I think she's a cut.
All right, and then that should do it then. We did it.
Okay.
All right, let's see what shenanigans